Yeah, as far as keywords, keywords and subheadings are pretty standard. I feel like you don't need to convince the reader as much to buy something. So giving a lot of examples is helpful with informational posts, and if you can show something visually, that's really effective too.
Do you have any specific graphics that you include, or do you hire that out?
No, sometimes I take my own photos or I get them from Unsplash or Deposit Photos. Sometimes I'll make some in Canva.
Yeah, I like Canva a lot. I'm probably in there a few times a week. For this site, like where do you see it going? Say 6 months, 12 months. Just curious if you're going to keep pumping out the content, slowly growing it, maybe moving to some affiliate articles as well.
Yeah, right now I'm going to continue working on it. The more I work on it, the more I realize it's a good niche. It is seasonal though, so I expect it to take a dip in the next few months. But there's a lot of room for growth in this niche, and I want to try out. Ezoic just came out with a video platform. Apparently, the ad revenue from that is a lot higher than your regular display ads. So I actually bought a green screen, and I was going to do some just regular informational videos of me talking in front of camera, and maybe do some branding with that as well. So videos will help time on page, and it will also help SEO when people go to search for something in Google.
Okay, cool. And basically, it's a platform in which you could publish videos and then other people play video ads on top of your video, and that's how you earn the revenue. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's my understanding. I have not actually tested it out yet.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't either. They've talked about it for a bit, and I was like, obviously I'm producing a lot of videos and I could just throw them on my site, but then to earn money I have to have ads on top of it. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for ad revenue. So, okay. Very cool. Well, and earlier, we were kind of focusing on the keyword area, and you do have kind of a side project. I'll use side project, but I think you are spending a decent amount of time on it. So, yeah, why don't you tell us what you are also working on?
Yeah, so I'm also working on a keyword research tool, and the goal here was when I was searching for things in Google Autosuggest, I was collecting all these little formulas to type in to find these little competition keywords. So what I've done is I've collected about 200 little phrases or formulas, and I'm plugging them into Google Autosuggest, and that returns hundreds of really focused question-based keywords. So this is just a really simple, effective tool to find questions to go after in your niche.
Okay. And I asked you this off the record too, but I'll ask you here. But I sort of have like keyword research solved. There's a lot of different tools. So why would I want to use your tool here?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bigger and better tools out there with a lot of bells and whistles. But for a smaller publisher or someone who's creating a lot of content who likes to go after more informational type keywords, this is what my tool does, and it does it really well. So some people might not want like all these other features that are intimidating for a new person to use. My tool just does it really well. It organizes all the keywords, so you don't have to shift through thousands of keywords to find what you want. Everything's organized into questions and how to and best of, so it's a lot easier to find what you're going after.
Perfect. And this is a good answer. I was going to say it does show other keywords that are not informational as well. So like I think the focus is informational keywords. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's also, product style keywords where you have comparisons, best of, and just the normal sort of keyword research that we expect to see, but without the complexity. It's a very, I would say, a lean tool where you can, because we did a demo earlier. So you type in a keyword, this like sort of the seed keyword, and then what it does is like all the filters that I would normally have to set up in any of the other tools, it's already filtered for me. So it strips out a lot of the garbage that I wasn't interested in anyway, and it sort of distills it down into a tighter list, of which there are still hundreds of keywords. So, what sort of state of doneness would you say the tool's in, Ben?
It's functional right now, but I don't have any payment plan in place for it. I'm actually still deciding on pricing. I don't even have a name for it yet, but the core is functional right there, where you can actually use it. Um,
Yep.
but it's not ready for the general public right now.
Okay. So it's like alpha stage, maybe. I would say close to beta because I used it for a few minutes and it didn't break and it was fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah, beta. You could call it beta.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That looks pretty awesome. And I think this is a great example of, you had your skills from your day job, you were dabbling on the side, you've slowly migrated to do your own thing here. And which do you want to share a little bit about that? I mean, last time we talked, you were working part time, and it looks like you're doing a little bit more with this unnamed tool.
It is actually unnamed right now. Yeah, so I've a programming background, which helped a lot building this tool. Otherwise, I would have had to work with a developer, which can be frustrating if you've never done it before, I imagine. Especially when things are changing all the time. I had a lot of big plans for this tool, but I cut a lot of it out. I figured, well, I want to do one thing and do it really well. So yeah, so I was on contract with my job, and then I decided to work more on this tool. So that's my main focus right now.
Awesome. Any specific challenges that you ran into, maybe that you weren't expecting with developing the tool?
Working with some of the APIs, I've never actually done a full stack myself from like nothing to a launch on production where I have to post my own software. So it was a learning curve.
Yeah, I mean, I would have no idea how to do it. Like, when did you start working on it?
I don't even know. 6 months ago.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. And yeah, anything else you want to mention about the tool? I know it's a work in progress. You don't have a launch date, so we'll check in with you when it's getting closer to going live. But yeah, any other details with this tool?
Keep an eye out. It's going to get better and better. So it's these little things that people don't think of, like the nuances of languages, are all taken into account. So